It begins, at the risk of sounding overly dramatic, with the oldest question that mankind has ever asked. What happens to us after we die? When I was a kid, I was told that the answer was quite simple. If you're good, you went to heaven. If you're bad, you went to hell. Later on, once I reached my teenage years and became an atheist, I decided that the only place that people went when they died was into the ground, or into someone's flower pot if you cremate them. And then I got thinking about it, and I realized that this answer wasn't really satisfactory either. It's not you that they put into the grave. It's whatever atoms your body happened to be made of at the time of your death. These are not more you than every other atom that has ever been through your body. Fun fact, you completely replace all of the matter in your body at the rate of approximately once every 7 years. Modern science supports me in this contention. A team of mathematicians and neuropsychologists in Israel have recently demonstrated that human consciousness, your soul, at the risk of sounding too religious, naturally arises from the materialistic processes going on in your body. When you die, these processes break down, and your consciousness disappears completely. Now, of course, it's entirely possible for these processes to start up again at some point, and for your soul to therefore snap back into existence. I should qualify that, though it's possible, but it's almost infinitely unlikely. You see, consciousness depends upon the atoms your body is made out of being in a very particular configuration. It is entirely possible for atoms to return to this configuration after it falls apart, but on the other hand, it is also entirely possible for the atoms in the room in which you are sitting to spontaneously reform themselves into a baby elephant. The odds against that happening are astronomical, to the point where it might happen once by chance in 1 billion times the present age of the universe. But here's the thing, the universe is going to last forever. Modern cosmology clearly shows that it's never going to collapse, it's just going to keep right on existing for eternity. And in view of those circumstances, it doesn't matter if something will only happen once in quadrillion trillion years, assuming an infinite amount of time, but will not only happen once, it will, in fact, happen an infinite number of times. So in practice, what this means is that one day you will be laying on your deathbed, all of your teary-eyed grandchildren around you, and you will close your eyes for the last time, only you will reopen them again, your body having been reassembled by chance, after an arbitrary number of years later. Sounds great, doesn't it? No doubt you're probably jumping for joy right now. Hooray, I'm never gonna die, you might think. Well, hold on, my friend, because in a minute you will wish that you could. Because you see, here's the one thing. 1 trillion years from now, every single star in the universe will have gone out. All of the galaxies will have been ripped apart by the inexorable, unstoppable expansion of the universe. The only thing that will be left will be darkness, and almost absolute cold. And it is this, and only this, to which you will one day be reborn. So you will be laying on your deathbed, your teary-eyed grandchildren surrounding you. You'll close your eyes for what you think is the last time, only to open them again in the middle of a sea of total darkness and absolute cold. Not even so much as any air to breathe. You will feel all your blood vessels exploding from the pressure. Your lungs will collapse from the lack of air, and you will die in absolute agony, only to open your eyes again in the middle of a sea of total darkness and absolute cold, without even so much as any air to breathe. Over and over again. You will become the recurring dream that the universe keeps on having in the sleep of its own death. If you're good, you're bad, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you do or how you live, because you have the same fate no matter what. Not even the solemn rest of the grave, but the agony of dying alone in the darkness over and over again. Forever.